Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? Max 40, Max 40. Watch the car, watch the car. Ready, ready.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This is Freeman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run. Devontae Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one a first down pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check, 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 check. Whip, hey, lock it. Ready?
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Get in the weight room. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Big grip, big grip.
On 2nd and inches, Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Recon, 132 fighter. Kill. Squeeze. Go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Smooth.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, defense, let's go. No. Mike 42. Mike 42. Hey, exit. 42. Get your swerve on. Watch safety. General West. Safety's creeping. Switch. Shoot.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it brings up third down.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line. Get to the ball, team. You got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. And Alpha. Mike 42. Mike 42. Coming, baby.
Jones on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Snap.
Looking to throw on second down. Patterson is going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You're out. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the run.
Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will score. Touchdown This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And they're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here's Freeman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards on first, 4 on second, and now 5 on 3rd down. Move the sticks. On first down, Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, weak. My 40. There.
From the gun, Patterson. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Freeman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A first down carry for Smith. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They toss to Freeman. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Check the backer.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Patterson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Deion Kane. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Hey, stand off. Hey, lock it.
The toss out to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
18 Gator.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space, because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Safety cream. Switch it. Squeeze. Watch twist. Watch twist. Get it.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready. 42's the mic. Check. 42's the mic. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Five.
Jones now. Throwing on first down. Flush to his right. Throwing left side, it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is... And he's taken down back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Jones. Going up top. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Hey, Echo. Go. 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Right here, right here. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Right. Shift. Bang, bang. Leo. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And that will be incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Fair. Undercut.
On the run, it's Barkley. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
The gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
On the double. 22. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Look at me. Go. Now.
On 2nd and a couple. Jones looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A 20th carry now for Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Hey, Sam off.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 12, Jones, catch made by Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And the Giants first down.
Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hurry, hurry.
Jones operating from the gun and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, hey, hey. We got 3, we got 3. 3 down, 3 down. Check 3, check 3, check 3. No. Bricks don't travel. Look, squeeze. Check 24, check 24. Hey, wahoo.
Throwing again. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Pick your game up.
From the gun, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Go.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Look at me. Zipper. Check 24. Check 24. Gone. Back. Go.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. On first down, Freeman. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Freeman again. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. That's complete to White. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they could. Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the... The 23-yard line.
They're on the 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
This is Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you. Rock it. Kill.
2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, son. I got you.
2nd and 9 now. And he fires one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Delta. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. 5.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's complete to Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
PAT up and good by Rosas, and that will get him one closer. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Freeman. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the...
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Come on,
the Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Hey, lock it. SOS. Now. 2nd and 3.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, high 7. Get it.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go on. Shift. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our